Happy New Year, everybody. How's it going? Happy 2024 to all of you wonderful people. Uh, Welcome to our end of the year, beginning of the year party. Have you ever decided to host a party and then you realize you just did not have time to prepare? I mean, I should be wearing like a New Year's Eve hat and have a little horns and stuff, but we have not had time to put everything together. So today is Daniel was super busy yesterday with the Al Lowe interview, which went incredibly well. And we put this together very quickly, but we're just thrilled to have you guys here and just to get a chance to let you know how much we appreciate your support over the last year. We had a really fun time, and today is just going to be a chance for us to chat a little bit about what we did this past year, what we want to do in this upcoming year, and to just connect with you guys via the chat, maybe connect with some of our Patreon and coffee members over Discord, get some conversations going, and maybe even play a little bit of games, just kind of have a good time. So thank you for joining. It's great to have you here. And and Dan said he already had a lot of exposure to horns and hats last night. So yeah, that's good. Um, I'm gonna very quickly, but very from the heart, thank another year of Patreon support. Our folks who have been supporting us for a long time now, and folks that have been joining us that are helping Conversation with Curtis stay afloat. So thank you to our Patreon members. The scene is now going to go whoosh. There we go. And it's because of these folks right here that support us on a monthly basis that allow us to do this as often as we can. And so thank you so much for your support. If sometime during the course of this year you are able to join that family of sponsors, we sure could use we would love your involvement as well. You can also always just do one-time donations. Those are super helpful as well, and we do that through the coffee.com. And so during the day, if you're able to give, we get the widgets show up and we get to hear your comment and respond to your comment in real time. And it's just a super helpful thing. And people have been very, very generous throughout the year with these daily, weekly goals of ours. So again, thank you all so much. Our top 7 donors who have been so consistent, Jwex, CJ, Ozzy, Girlfan, YT Wanderer, Gunther, and Victor Chang. YT Wanderer, well, I want to wait a second because I know that YT Wanderer and I think Victor Chang gave very nice donations yesterday at the end of the year during the Al Low. I might have the wrong one. Daniel will correct me if I am. But speaking of Daniel, let's bring him out right now and let's talk about what we're going to be talking about today. There he
Happy
is.
New Year.
Happy New Year, partner. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. How was you're in the future? How's 2024 been going so far?
Well, it's been going on for 21 hours, and it sucks pretty much just like 2023.
Well, it does, and yeah. All right. Well, is it?
The secret is to not have any expectations. Then the year might surprise you for the better.
Yes, lack of expectations. Mm-hmm. Expect the worst and be happy if it's not the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just great we've already said Brett. Look at you starting the new year off. Oh, I'm not hearing
Right
it,
said
Daniel.
Brett tipped $5. I can ill afford this donation. However, you have got me through so many rough and tough times in life with your live streams, Paul. Thank you.
I got the tail end of that.
Well, I'm going to read it out loud.
Okay. Thanks, Right said Brett. Appreciate that. But
Right
anyway,
Brett said, I can ill afford this donation.
No.
However,
buddy,
you have got me through so many rough and tough times in life with your live stream, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, Paul. Thank you.
Well, he means when he says Paul, we are a team,
Yeah, no need to explain.
yeah, no, we sure do appreciate it.
Yeah, we truly appreciate it, especially, and if you, let's say that the first thing you need to do is take care of you and yourself and yours, and we're secondary to all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. When we beg for money, which we do regularly, we are really only begging to anybody who has a little extra, and they're not going to miss it in any way. The last thing we would ever want to do is to have somebody, um, support us financially with money that they truly need to get by their week, their day, their month. And so thank you for that, right, said Brett, but by no means should you feel inclined to do that. We obligated. We love you, your support. You've been just a great fan and just a good person to have in our chat. So please don't overextend yourself. That goes to everybody else too.
So yesterday during the Allo premiere, 2 people donated, and I wanted to thank them.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to mention, that, but I think I got that one.
Adi Ferran donated and said, "Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for your passion and hard work." And Whitey Wanderer also donated and wrote final 2023 donation, and a big thanks to Daniel, Paul, Tori, and the CWC community for all the good times. All the best.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm going to just go through the chat right now and just sort of say hey to folks. Show Game, a name I don't recognize, says, hey, able to watch this live for the first time. Nice start for 2024. So welcome. That's great to have you here. Girl Fan, good to see you. Benjamin Ryder, Happy New Year. Schottenjäger. Oh, it's like a whole bunch of old friends here.
Yeah, it's like the end of the season.
Yeah, right.
You get all the regulars.
Right. Ozzy, Velvet Tea Cake, haven't seen you for a while. Dan, good to see you. MDQP, there he is. My Doll Paradise. Is that a new one for us? I don't see it a lot. So anyways, welcome. Who else? Henry Zimanoff. Super sticker, 99 cents, smiling face with halo. Classic Corner. Welcome, Albert. You're here, Terming Boss. Elizabeth, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Another new name, Fear Nike. Welcome. Glad you're here. Papa Joe, haven't seen you. Right, said Brett, of course you're here. Beelzebub, Happy New Year. I don't know if we recognize. Is that a new name, Daniel?
Hey, Contra is here. Wow.
Contra, hey, that's been a long time. Good to see you. Oh man, I hope you're doing well.
It seems like everyone's New Year's resolution is to watch more Conversations with Curtis.
Or at least show up for today, and that's it. Well, speaking of, again, Daniel and I have put this together very quickly. We have a kind of an agenda. Let's talk through what we thought our agenda was. The idea is to chat a little bit about last year and what we did, and to talk about some of our favorite moments, hear some of your favorite moments, talk a little bit about what's going to happen in 2024, what we hope to achieve, and how we want to keep moving forward. We might play, if it works out, Daniel and I might do a best of 3 Addams Family pinball tournament. And then if there's, I don't know, we had talked about maybe, I've never done this before, and I forgot, I think it was Jouex that's been wanting the Among Us. So we might try to play Among Us. If we can't get that today, we are definitely going to play that soon, because we actually have it on our computer now, and it would be fun to play with some folks. So is that it? We also might show some stuff on our, Daniel, do you have anything prepped in advance?
Well, I want us to talk about all of the, you know what? Let's go over our channel. Let's show our channel. But first, I want us to read the updated coffee top 7 list, because usually I prepare these a day before the live stream, and since Adiferon and Why You Wonder donated yesterday, they have they ranked higher in the actual updated list. So CJ at number 1, Jouex at number 2, Whitey Wanderer at number 3, Adiferon at number 4, Ozzy Astaroth at number 5, Monk at number 6, and Moffat Reborn at number 7.
Nice. Well, just can't tell you. Daniel and I talk. We were just talking a little bit, and it's really, you guys are letting us do this, and if all of this went away and Patreon just left, everybody left, and no one could support us financially, I think we'd still be doing this because we love it a little bit, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I couldn't be doing it with the amount of time that I'm able to put in. And so all that said, it's because of you that I'm able to stream as much as I can and do interviews when I can. And so again, just could not be more thankful for all of you. What else? Did they try out the Seventh Guest VR yet? There's a virtual reality Seventh Guest.
Yeah, it was released a couple of months ago, but the thing is, neither of us have a VR set.
We tried to put one together, and it just was it was such a nightmare setting it up.
Put one together, like
I created one,
assemble it from nothing.
I just got some. I got some tin foil, and it worked for a little while. So what was your highlight this year, Daniel? What are some things that you let's talk about what we did, because it's, of course, me, I've forgotten half the stuff that we've done. So let's maybe go through our YouTube channel
let's go over our YouTube channel. Just a sec. Let me share my screen. Display capture. Okay. There we have it. There we have it, folks. Our YouTube channel. Let me put this in the background. Okay.
So who's been this really has become the Tech Talk with Daniel channel. Maybe that's why I'm asking you to move Tech Talk with Daniel to a different channel. You have absolute look at all the stuff this guy has done. Unbelievable.
Okay, if we're talking about like that, I'll move the chat as well. Oh, crap. So the interesting thing about today is that at this very moment, a year ago, I premiered my first Tech Talk with Daniel. Nice. Which was Aaron Giles, this one.
So now, is this all stuff from last year? Because is this all stuff 20? Is this all 2023?
So basically, as you can see, everything that says 1 year ago is more than a year ago, and 11 months is things that we'll celebrate soon. So, for example, Aaron Giles is still 11 months just because it's not noon yet. Okay. So everything that's happened this year in terms of edited content is all of this. So we have the Tech Talk with Daniel, and we have the HD remastered videos in which I created the side-by-side comparisons with Wes Plate's video files. We have the newsletter. Remember when you filmed one in the hotel?
Yeah. That's right. I remember what tour I was on. That's right. I gotta do more newsletters.
And we have the HD remaster of Monique.
By the way, Daniel I was telling him, and I think you guys should all agree that he has really become quite the thumbnail creator. It's just his thumbnails are just really the good looking stuff there.
Thank you.
They bring us tens and tens of viewers.
And we also did a podcast. Remember the podcast?
Yeah, we tried a podcast for a little bit. What else did we do? Keep going back. Ron Gilbert. Wow, that was a great.
Roberta Williams. We talked to
Roberta Williams.
Mickey McMullen and Courtney.
Oh yeah, those guys were awesome. Dan Avedon, that was a really big fun thing, and of course that led to the Game Grumps, which now has I think 200,000 views, which is really great. Also, I started doing a little series with my son. We'll be uploading a couple more of those coming up. I've been doing I did 3 or 4 of the checking messages with Curtis. They don't get a lot of views, so and they're a little more. I've stopped because it's just not. It hasn't gone. It's more work for very little. Dominic Armando, he was awesome. Ross Scott.
So when it comes to live streams, we've produced tons of live streams.
Yeah. Wait.
MDQP tipped $10 to another year of hijinks and tomfoolery. Here's my contribution to the thumbnail new year.
The thumbnail new year. Thanks, MDQP. It's good to see you. Appreciate it. Happy New Year to you. Are these the live ones?
Yeah, these are the live ones. So a
Hey,
year
I was
ago, we
in a
did
lot of these
the
ones.
end of the
Yeah.
year party for 2023. Or actually, the New Year party for 2023.
Hey, we did this. Yeah, we did this last year.
Okay,
yeah,
so
the
first thing we played in 2023 was The Dig.
We got to finish that one of these days.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, think.
That's another New Year's resolution that Daniel and I just talked about. We're actually going to make a list of all the games that we have taken from our game, recommendation channel on Discord. We'll pare them down to the ones that seem the most interesting to us individually, see which one of those we want to play together, which ones we'll play separately, and then which games do we want to finish that we never got to finish. So we got a little bit of work to do there.
So we played The Dig, we played Curse of Monkey Island. We haven't finished any of them. We played Phantasmagoria 2 with Tori, and I did a bunch of speed runs of Phantasmagoria 2. You interviewed Dominic Armato, and then
that was awesome.
Playing. We continued.
That was a really good interview. I'm not sure how many views that's gotten, but that deserves more. That was a good
1,400.
Not enough. But I'm glad the 1,400 liked it. Ross Scott, he's always awesome.
And we played Not for Broadcast. Wow, 2023 was actually the year in which we started a bunch of games and haven't finished any of them.
Well, yeah, that was when we were transitioning from my.
No, the transition was in X-Files.
Okay.
So we played
X-Files. That was fun.
Yeah, we played X-Files.
We finished that.
Yeah.
Let's give ourselves credit for when we do something.
And it took us a while, and the last part was really excruciating, given that a walkthrough wasn't enough. So I had to reproduce step-by-step movements from a video walkthrough. Then we had the first ball plays in which you played Little Nightmares.
Yeah, that was fun. I finished that. I did the whole thing of that one. That's good. Schwex, we had the Schwex. That was a great episode.
We had the Schwex co-host for a day live stream.
That was a fun. What was the name of that game again?
Gobo.
That was so much fun. Yeah.
And we played Colossal Cave in order to prepare ourselves for the Roberta Williams interview. Yeah.
Terming Boss just said that they'd love us to look at Tex Murphy. We've talked about. We certainly should play that. And I think those guys are getting closer and closer to releasing this incredible restoration. I mean, they've been working on it for years. And maybe that means I can actually get that interview with what's his name again? That guy.
Jones.
Yeah, Chris Jones. But yeah, I'd love to play some Tex Murphy stuff.
And
so what else did we do?
We played Return to Monkey Island because we had to finish it real quick
Yeah, we did
because
that. See, we finished another one. We should have so we finished X-Files. I finished Little Nightmares. We finished Return to Monkey Island. So that's 3.
Then Little Nightmares 2. Did you finish that one?
No, I've been thinking about that. I gotta get back to that. But ooh, I love it. I love the new Grog.
I'm so glad I found your channel this year. Looks like I have a lot of great videos to catch up on.
Oh boy, do you ever. Big Kahuna, welcome. That's a great name.
So first of all, thank you, Big Kahuna. Big Kahuna is the last person I interviewed in 2023. His name is William Shockley. He worked at Sierra Online.
What? That's awesome.
And the reason why he found this channel is because in my interview with Steve Conrad from September, the interview popped up in his YouTube feed, and then they reconnected, and now they're organizing a Sierra reunion this summer, and all because of the YouTube algorithm working well for a change.
Nice. Oh, that's super cool. Well, welcome. I'm glad, and I look forward to watching your interview. I heard Daniel said nothing but great things about it, so I'm looking forward to that. Puzzle Agent, we finished that. That's a 4th game that we finished.
Yeah. Oh, we finished the crappy King's Quest 1 fan remake.
5.
We got hate mail because I hated it so much.
Yeah. What's the one with me, the conversation with Curtis and me there? What's that all about? On the corner.
Which one?
The one to the right. It's right next to your face.
This one? This one?
Yeah. What's that? Oh, that's Little Nightmares. Okay.
Little Nightmares 2.
We finished Full Throttle. We finished that. 6 games. Look at this. We're Firewatch. I finished Firewatch.
Mm-hmm.
You finished all your speed runs. Did we finish the other? Yes, King's Quest.
We didn't finishing speed runs is
we
kind
finished.
Of
we finished. No, we didn't finish Techno Babylon, did we?
No.
Well, that was my fault. I lost interest in that one.
We didn't finish Day of the Tentacle.
Okay.
We did finish Her Story.
Yes.
We did finish
one.
Ripper.
We finished Ripper, and that was huge. And that was fun having Spoonie along for the ride, and we got to figure out what game we want to reach out to him about this year and see if he Lamplight City with Bev and Red. Did we finish that, or was that a one-off? Or
no, that was a one-off.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that. She was awesome. I love the co-host for the day. Goblins too. We're still waiting to finish that with Ross, right?
Mm-hmm. Then I started playing Dune. Then I played Dune with Noah, and we didn't finish that one. And then we started. We got back to Curse of Monkey Island, and we didn't finish that one either.
We played Phantasmagoria with Tori. Got through all of it.
We finished that one.
7. Bunker, we finished that. 8.
Mm-hmm. I played Star Trek Borg with the person who remastered it, and we finished that one.
I wouldn't mind finishing Walking Dead. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I'm done with Grim Fandango. That was just too hard. Nothing personal. Just I couldn't. It was too hard.
Well, we'll finish it in 2024. Me and Brett.
You and Brett.
Neverhood. That was a turning point for the channel.
A little bit.
Yeah,
we're doing some Scrabble. I love the Scrabble, except except I didn't realize you had an underlying understanding of how the game worked. And snuck a couple of wins.
I actually thought I lost. Doom 2, you haven't finished. Did you finish Kentucky Route Zero?
No, not yet. I've been really enjoying that game.
Wow.
Okay. And we just started Thomas Was Alone, which I'm really liking, but I got to get Tori back on that. Tori and I want to get her. I think someone's been, forgive me for I don't remember everybody's username, but someone a few times has recommended Jane Jensen's Gray Matter. And I think that might be a good game for me and Tori to play. I want Tori and I to play more games that are I want us to be the new Mulder and Scully and, sort of solve murders and things like that. I think that would be really fun for us to do, like mysteries and, you know, she's such a good puzzle solver. And so, uh, but Daniel was telling me that Gray Matter is like 9+ hours of gameplay. So that would be a tough one to get all the way through based on how little we are able to stream and how little I get Tori to come join. So maybe that's not the right one for her, but we'll figure that out.
Maybe we should keep doing what we did in 2023. Start games and never finish them.
Bevan Red, welcome. She said, yeah, Gray Matter would be perfect for you too. I'm just sorry, looking at the chat a little bit. Right said Brett wanted to know, was I a gamer before starting this channel? No, good God, I never played anything other than some Wii games and some Madden football. If not, are you finding yourself becoming a gamer now? Yeah, I am. I mean, I don't really have the time to play it on my own. I mean, there have been usually when I play a game, it's like it seems like I should be streaming it or I should be recording it so we can share it with you guys, but I haven't played much on my own, which I should do more. But yeah, I'm really loving it. It's really fun. And I'm totally obsessed with pinball. I can't stop playing. It's ridiculous. And Daniel's right. I got my new record on Adam's Family, and for whatever reason, the more you play, if you play like 2 hours straight, actually you get worse. The game isn't forgiving or isn't rewarding you for extra play. But if you go away from it for a while,
it's not that it's not rewarding you for extra play. It's supposed to be a skill game, but you're not getting any better with more practice. You need to just take a break, and just the first game you play after you haven't played it for 2 weeks, you'll probably reach a high score.
The other day I had 46 million on the first ball. And I'm like, oh, I am on my way. I mean, I just got that 94 or whatever I have. And I thought, oh, I'm going to break 100. And the next two balls were like, shoop, shoop, right down the, and you're like, no way. How can I be that good on one? And then they just go away. So anyways, yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. And I do want to play, I would love to play more games in general. I mean, the stuff that you know, guys. Oh, and we finished the Stanley Parable, which was one of my favorite games of all time. What else?
I don't think it works when you say of all time.
I don't have enough.
All time is like 2 years. I don't have enough
of the 12, 15 games I played. It's my favorite. So yeah, it's been a good year. I want to can we show, just because I don't think enough people saw it, can we share the Who's Elaine video?
Yeah,
that
sure.
I forgot who it was. Who was it that made that?
I think it was Schwex.
Schwex made this.
Hello,
okay, so before you just
welcome.
Don't do it yet. So let's talk about this for anybody who's watching this for the first time. Let's talk the what is the origin of this? You should probably tell it because.
Okay, so we have been playing Monkey Island. We started playing The Secret of Monkey Island, then we moved on to The Chuck's Revenge, and then Curse, which we haven't finished, and then Return. And for some reason, Paul kept forgetting who Elaine was.
Some reason. It's because I'm me. It's because that's who I am.
Now, it was charming the first couple of times, but then it started being a pattern. And we weren't sure, even though he's trying to retcon the whole thing and say that he was in on a joke.
I'm not sure. I got a joke at some point. At one point, I started to, but I can't remember how long it took before I did. But yeah, I eventually caught on.
So yeah. So let's see who's Elaine. And
so this is Lex putting together a montage of me asking the question.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Who's Elaine?
Elaine. What did I just refer to? Oh, wait, who's Elaine?
The governor.
Is her name Elaine? Oh, okay. Is the governor's name Elaine?
Yeah.
Elaine! Hey! Who's that?
Wait, who is Captain Marley again?
Elaine Marley. She's the governor. So if
Ah.
it's Captain Marley, then James Jenkins is saying, who's Elaine? Return.
Who is she again?
The governor.
Oh, yeah, her. Elaine Marley? Who's Elaine?
Who the is Elaine?
Who is Elaine? We've done that joke today already.
Elaine!
Who's Elaine?
Do wrote, maybe today Paul will discover the secret of Monkey Island. Who is Elaine?
Wait a minute. No, I don't get it. So I'm always saying who is Elaine, right? I know. I always forget who
so
Elaine
maybe
is.
today you'll find out who she is.
Ooh, that would be good to know. Is Elaine or is Elaine someone else? Is there more?
No, Elaine is Elaine.
All right. Who is Elaine?
Exactly.
Okay. Hello and... Oh, it's so good. So good, Drex. That was you just...
I'm a 10-piece baby.
What the hell?
He gon' make it flip.
Yeah, we got a little YouTube
that
shorts.
wasn't one of our shorts.
No. Once you get a short going, it takes you to the next ones. Oh, God, I got it. Speaking of, yeah.
So we had a bunch of shorts this year, like you guys following Cyrus.
Oh, this is good. Let's do that one. Yeah.
You played with Tori.
I'll show you.
Good.
Follow me.
How do I follow it? Do you know where he went? He just
Get back to that mustache, Paul.
ran out of the screen.
You went towards the right.
So if I go
right?
that way? God, we took forever. We could not figure out. Yeah, that was so frustrating. And then we went away. We were there. We were right there. We could have been there. This took about an hour. This is us just trying to find Cyrus. And people in the chat were yelling. He's just
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I remember I was yelling in the chat as well. But you ignored all of us.
Oh, yeah. Well, you get so caught up. Yeah, MDQB's writing left. Yeah, rest in peace, my mustache. Who else? I'm just trying to, I want to make sure I check the comments here. Johan, one question for Paul. How does it feel to be part of the FMV legend? The FMV legend. And when you worked on Phantasmagoria 2, did you suspect that you would have this legacy still being huge today? Well, thanks for puffing it up a little bit more than it really is. But no, it feels good, and I did not expect it, and I'm glad it has found a long-standing audience. Yeah, it's been really surprising, but really more than anything, it's like it's gotten me to do this stuff with all you guys and to get to know and work with Daniel on a daily basis and to get to know Tori. What an amazing person she is. She's just what a delightful person, and to meet her in person and meet her family. I mean, just it's really opened up a lot of great doors. So that's awesome. Let's see. Gray matter we talked about.
Wait, let's hear Connor's cover version of the map.
Sounds perfect.
No, this is the original.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Now, what am I thinking? It's not time for my appointment.
And this is you.
Nice.
What am I thinking? It's not time for my appointment yet.
Hey, there's Connor's voice. Yeah, we had talked to Noah about him creating a D&D for you and me and Tori. That could be the thing we reach out to him about. That would be fun. Mm-hmm. Dragoon says we should play Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment. That might be right up our alley. That'd be fun. What else are we missing here? Anything? Yeah.
You want us to talk about the podcasts, the 2 episodes?
Well, do we? It's just depressing because it didn't go anywhere.
The thing I
Yeah.
loved about the podcast was the fact that we could record it, unlike a video recording in which you have to do it in one sitting or at least the same day so that you look the same throughout the various scenes. With podcasts, we recorded like each episode over the course of 7 different sessions, and then I put everything together into one coherent conversation. There was even one time when Tori forgot to say bye, so I took it from a previous episode.
Oh God. Well, that just puts you in that OCD place where you're gonna just spend all these hours creating something out of nothing and not letting. That's why the live streams work better for us because you can't go back and tinker with them all.
Yep. Less
Dennis
time-consuming.
Laurent.
Dennis Laurent de Swart tipped $10, just because you mentioned Jane Jensen's Gray Matter. And also I always wanted to donate.
Well, first
man.
of all, thank you.
Yeah.
And you realize what this means. Maybe there are other people that are watching that are just waiting for us to reference a game, and then
What
they'll
game
donate.
can we say?
So let's start with 1990 and read the entire list of games released in 1990
Yeah,
and go
right.
from there.
No, I mean, I would love to play some of that game. I've heard great things about it. And you know, and a game like that, if it is truly 9 hours of gameplay, you know, our channel by virtue of how little we stream, you know, we do 2-3 times a week when we can, and it's always just a couple hours. So it's really hard to commit to a super long game like that because of how much time it takes. But who knows? We could certainly start it and play it and then kind of work our way through it. And maybe that's not the best thing for me and Tori because of her. She's not here as much. So maybe that's just you and me, Daniel. And then we find something like, you know, Agatha Christie or a Sherlock Holmes thing for me and Tori that's not going to be quite so long.
You know, there was an FMV game back in the 90s called Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective.
Consulting Detective?
Consulting Detective. Not insulting detective. And that was a fun little FMV game. So maybe we could play that.
Yeah, I mean, it does also make sense that she and I should explore as many of the FMV games out there as possible because that's the world that we came from, and so we can play those games and judge them harshly for not being as cool as ours. That'd be fun. Although Tori doesn't do much in the way of judging harshly. I'd have to take care of that myself. So yeah, well, listen, this is a good time to ask the chat, and I'm not sure if we want to go on to
Fungi Plays tipped $10. Detectives Tori and Paul might really enjoy the mystery of Return of the Obra Dinn. Noah played it and was quite good.
Okay.
The mystery of the Abrudrian. Have you heard of this, Daniel?
Of Obra Dinn. Yeah, we talked about it in this last live stream. People also
mystery of something of the Obra Dinn. There are so many games that are coming at me in terms of people's favorite games. It's very hard to remember a reference to. That's why we have the list on the game recommendations and are trying to pare those down. But all this sounds good. This all sounds really good. Who's Elaine? Who's Obra Dinn? Well, listen, how about this? We were going to use Discord with our Patreon coffee members, and if people would like to join us on there and come on.
Anyone who's a coffee member or donated in the last 30 days or a Patreon member can access the Talking Over Coffee voice channel on our Discord server, which is at discord.conversationswithcurtis.com. And let's start the conversation. Let's see.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to hop on and ask a question in real time, and we get to hear your voice and have a little chat with us, we can make that happen. If you want to, but I also think that I'm hearing what's going on there. I'm hearing some.
That's the waiting music.
The waiting music. Okay.
So we've got.
But I think now's the time. Now's the time to maybe just ask. Let's do this. If you want in the chat, or if you want to raise your hand in the Discord and talk to us, please let's share some of your favorite moments from 2023. And we'll do that for a little while. Just talk about games that you like the most, maybe moments or guests that we had that you really enjoyed. Anything that you want to share that was particularly memorable for you guys, then share that and we'll read those comments out. And then when we're done with that, we'll talk about what you're looking forward to in 2024 and what you'd like to see us do. We'd love to hear your comments about how we can improve and what we can what more we can do, and we can talk about what we're thinking about as well.
Yeah, so join the voice chat and mute yourself on Zoom.
Me?
Yeah. Join
the
voice chat.
Joining the voice chat. How do I do that? Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. Let's see here. Listen in. No, end of your party. I'm not going to listen in. How do I join?
Join.
Well, let's go to listen in. I guess I'll start by listening in. Got it.
And then I'll add you as host.
Add me as host. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Invite to speak.
Okay, so I'm going to turn this off here. Hold on a second. Accept. I can hear myself, though.
Why? You have speakers? Are you watching the live stream on YouTube?
Uh-huh. No, not on YouTube. I'm watching on OBS and Zoom.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, what do you mean anyway? I can't. I'm hearing myself come back. It's too much.
Oh, I know what's happening. Sick.
Oh, there you go.
Is this any better?
Is this any better? No. Now I hear three of them. Now I can't hear you at all.
Now you can hear me.
Okay, now I can hear you. Oh, now I don't hear me. Okay. Now we're back.
Yep.
All right.
So anyway, we got 5 people in the audience. If you guys want to raise your hands,
ask a question, make a statement, make an observation, feel free to do that. That's great. You don't have to, no problem. Gen 1 Gamer.
Gen 1 Gamer tipped $30. Thanks to both of you for doing this stream on New Year's Day. Keep going strong and grow. I will definitely say play one of Tex Murphy Adventure Game.
He also wants us to play Tex Murphy. The reason why you can't hear me is because I muted the sharing of the sound.
I figured that, yeah. Thank you, Gen 1 Gamer. That is a very generous and sweet way to start off the new year. Appreciate that very much. Let's see what else. Okay, well, I can look at some chat stuff here.
Wait, we have people in the voice channel, and they should raise their hands and talk.
If they want to, they don't have to. Not everybody wants to do that. So
well,
I just
join the voice channel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got Fungi Plays.
Oh, there you go. Fungi Plays here. Okay. Let's do it.
Invite to speak.
Fungi Plays, you're on Conversations with Curtis. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. I'm just cracking up over here. I love
when
things don't work quite right.
Just a second, Fungi. You can't hear him, Paul?
Oh
man.
Do I need to do something on my
So you have in the bottom left. In the bottom left on Discord, you have the user settings. Make sure that the devices are Scroll down to voice and VO.
Microphone, input device, output device. Okay, I need to do. I guess I have to go get a. Oh, there we go. Logic. This should be better. I should be able to hear something now. I hope.
What?
What?
Now I can hear myself. What have you done?
Maybe I should get rid of that. Let's go back to say microphone, maybe broadcast. What? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. But can you hear Fungi Plays?
I can't unless he's not talking.
Love this. I can't get enough of these tech things.
Yeah.
So I can go get my headphones and do that.
Yeah, go get your headphones.
Okay, I'll be right back.
But you can hear me, right, Daniel?
Yeah, I can hear you. 2024 is starting out great.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, no, this is fabulous.
So, first of all, thank you for supporting Conversations with Curtis. And of course, thank you for being the first one to take the center stage and either ask us a question or let us know what you want us to do in Conversations with Curtis in 2024.
Is my wish going to be granted, or is this just a request that I
Let's see.
Every wish will be granted. Your wish is our command.
That works. Let's see if I can do.
Okay. Can you hear Fungi Plays?
I don't.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes. Now I hear you with the
There
thing.
we go.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's some 2024
Awesome.
technology right there.
Fantastic. That's right. Let's go wired.
How's it going, man? How are you? It's good to hear your voice.
I am doing fabulous. You couldn't hear me laughing earlier. I love when these tech mishaps happen. I am totally here for all of this.
I will tell you that I feel like we have become more famous for our mishaps than for our streams or anything
for me,
else.
It's not a mishap. This is a feature. This is not a bug. Yeah, no. I just wanted to say thank you for everything. This channel has meant a lot to me personally, and I just wish that I could have given more over the years.
Oh, man.
But things get in the way.
Absolutely.
Everything's fabulous. And for me, the highlight, there was a lot of good content in 2023, but I think that for me, the ultimate thing that it was must-see appointment television like we used to have were the Ripper live streams with Noah.
So tell me why. What is it about? Was it the game? Was it the fact that it was Noah? Was it both? Was it a combination of both?
Was it the banter?
It was everything, including the banter. It surpassed even my wildest dreams as far as expectations for what this could be. So I went into it with just being happy with what it was going to be, and it turned into something even more fabulous than I could have imagined. So it's just it was everything. It's Noah was great on as a co-host. The game is nostalgic for me because I learned about it through Noah's previous streams of that. It was just everything coming together that I'm interested in, and it's just wonderful. So
well, that's great to hear. I when you're doing this thing, at least for me, and I should, Daniel, we both have our own things that we maybe over obsess about. But for me, playing, a game that I don't know, or playing, this game that is, it's just so absurd in so many ways and so difficult to get through, and so much downtime trying to walk from one side of a room to another with all the different angles that it goes through. To me, it just seems like, oh man, we are not, we need to pick this thing up. I come from the world of storytelling and theater and pick up the pace and all that. So there's a part of me that just feels like, we are boring the hell out of people. So when I hear a number of people have talked about the Ripper streams being one of their favorites, it's surprising to me and also delightful to know that that's the case. And I need to kind of recalibrate my brain a little bit to know that what I do in my normal career doesn't necessarily translate to what we do here, if that makes sense.
I think you have it right. You got to remember that gamers are a different sort, and what it might be tedious to a movie watcher or a theater goer not necessarily tedious to us. Like we stick in there for things that other people would just go, well, why are you enjoying this? We do.
Yeah,
we love it.
that's true. And and the other thing that I haven't, again, Noah was so kind, and for the time being anyway, he was very open and available to play with us. And then when we finished the Ripper game, I know that he was, had said, yeah, I'm up for whatever's next. But at that point, we were, Daniel and I were. It's just also there's scheduling. It's scheduling is so hard with my life and trying to do all that. So I backed off a little bit on including Noah in some of the streams because I didn't want him to feel like it was also like I want to make sure that when we use him, it's a special event as opposed to we just are a sound, we're just assuming he'll show up and now he's sort of a regular guest host or something. So I want to bring him back. I really, really do. But I want to make sure we're doing it with the right game and so that people know what it is and it's its own event. If that makes sense.
No, I totally appreciate keeping it, magical and not something every day. So that's No, it's wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, well, you're welcome, and thank you, man. It's nice to hear your voice. It's nice so nice to chat with some of the folks that I just see in a chat every once in a while. So, how was your New Year's Eve? Did you
I celebrated maybe a little too hard. We were playing a lot of board games last night.
Nice.
Yeah, well into past New Year's and all that. So. I barely made it to the live stream, just a little bit late this morning. Because of that. Yes.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, you've been a great support system for us, and we can't thank you enough, man.
Of course. I'm actually almost a neighbor of yours. I live like 10, 15 minutes away over in Kenmore. So,
oh wow! Yeah, fantastic! We've had a gorgeous day yesterday. I'm not sure what it's like out there right now. I'm in a closet, but we're hopefully going to get out and explore a little bit today.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Well, yeah, you're welcome. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate that. Anybody?
Happy New Year, Fungi Plays.
And happy, prosperous New Year to you both.
Thanks, man. Oh, what do I need to do? I need to change my Zoom.
Who's next? Someone said in the chat that I'm bullying people into talking. So I'm not bullying anyone. If you guys don't want to talk, that's fine.
Yeah, if you don't want to talk, that's fine. Whatever.
We're here to listen.
Let's see here.
Okay, I'm the QP.
Hold on. Before you do, let me change my...
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, there he is. How you doing?
Hi.
I'm doing great. How about you too? Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year to you. Yeah, nice to hear your voice. What's how's your days? How's the 2024 treating you so far?
Well, so far I'm just slowly recovering from the party from yesterday. So not
we
that
were
we
in
had
bed at 10:45 last night. We went to a party last night with my, we went to a good friend's house and brought the kids, and we had a great time. And we were in bed well before midnight, and I couldn't have been happier.
Well, I don't want to make it sound like I had a wild night. We were with the family.
Oh, good. So where are you calling in from? Where's your home?
Still Italy.
Still Italy. That's right. Okay, you haven't changed since the last time we talked to you. Okay,
haven't changed since 2024 started.
Okay, good.
We wanted to know if you partied that hard that you moved out of Italy.
Yeah, I got a new nationality after the party. No, but actually, it's been a very quiet party. Family, the extended family, that is. We were about, I think, 15, 20 people. And we are all tight-knit, so...
oh, nice.
We are also all getting old, pretty much, so can't expect exactly a wild party out of the crowd.
Yeah, welcome to the club there, mister.
You shouldn't say that in front of Paul.
I think I'm the grandmaster of this group.
The eternal young man, as we know from the FMV miracle fountain
of youth. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for that, MDQP. I sure appreciate your. I do sure feel nice and youthful. So, yeah, what was your highlight of the year? What was you've tuned in for so many of our streams. What were some moments that you really liked?
If I had to pick an highlight, it might be the ongoing interviews and appearances of Roberta Williams. I have to say it was very nice to see her, reunite with Tori.
Yeah,
And
that was super cool.
Watching the final scenes of Phantasmagoria 1 and trying to extract as much as we can from her memories about the backstage and the happenings.
Absolutely.
And that was very, very nice to watch, I must admit. And
what was really fun was that she during our playthrough of Phantasmagoria 1 with Tori, numerous times I was reaching out to her and saying, "Hey, we'd love you to come join us." And she's like, "Well, I'm kind of busy." But then she would show up in the chat and she'd watch some, and then she'd send me a little email going, "Wow, this person said this, then here's my answer to that." So she was very involved even when when we finally got her to join us. That was great. But she's just such a sweetheart of a person, and I felt very lucky to connect with her that way. So, yeah.
I had a question for you, but it isn't a question actually.
Okay. Well, then I won't answer it.
Since you two have been, trying to encourage people to ask you questions about the situation, I was wondering if you had any questions for the audience, and maybe I can answer one, and someone else can answer another one.
Yeah, that's a good.
Do you have something you really want to know from us? Or your loyal fans.
I guess. Boy, that's good. There's a lot. My question, the top of my head, based on some of the things that have been going on, and is the channel as it is? Does it feel full enough in terms of how we present? Daniel, of course, is creating this incredible content with his interviews, and I'm really hoping to do more interviews in the coming year. It's been harder for me to budget that time and finding the right people for me to talk to. But overall, are you finding that the content that we're providing and the way we're providing the content has the right feel, or are there things that you'd like to see it morph into, or are there other things that you want to see that we do?
Well, that's kind of a hard question, but
yeah,
I guess you could say that there are multiple layers to this one. For example, the interviews are obviously very interesting to me personally. This might differ from person to person in the audience, of course, but they were always my main draw to this channel at first. Then, of course, I learned to love your personalities, and I greatly enjoyed also watching the live streams and so on and so forth. But if there is something that I'd have to put out there as a criticism or something that I'd want differently, might be perhaps something that is out of the reach of the channel as it is right now, which is to say, perhaps having, when it's an interview, it's kind of an involved process. You don't just tune in, listen for 5 minutes, and tune out. So, of course, you go there with the intent to listen to it fully. Try to learn as much as you can about the games you love. And instead, for the live streams, the gameplay, maybe there isn't that expectations, and while you were talking about, if perhaps there is something, if people gets bored or not, I don't get bored when I'm actually in the live stream. But if I miss a live stream, maybe I'd prefer, something edited, an highlight reel, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great
because
point.
When you miss the live interaction with you guys, it's that something is missing when you watch it later on.
Right,
and
we try to
Yeah, but it is very difficult, of course, because you need editing for that.
Yeah.
And as I
That's
said,
exactly
it's
right.
not really something you can, just will it into existence. So,
So
no, but I think it's
how
a
exactly
goal.
do you see it happening? So, for example, do you want the live streams to not be available on the channel? And so, for example, we have several live streams, and the live streams will be available for the duration of the live stream itself. And then after the live stream, we'll just curate the best parts and create an edited.
well, I don't
best
think you need
of.
to get. I don't think you need to get rid of the archives. Those are important anyway, and YouTube has enough space for you too. I'm sure that's not our problem. But maybe featuring videos of those live streams that condense the live stream itself into the greatest moments present in there. Because
that's a goal.
but as I said, it's something that is difficult to achieve. Unless you have a sizable channel, editing takes a lot of time. And
Absolutely.
I see it with other, YouTubers that, of course, might have more of a reach.
Yeah.
And they too don't get to, do it as often. It depends about. They really need to reach a certain size before they can consider it, or at least doing it often. But
No,
that's
great.
yeah, that's the only
really
thing
smart.
I would really think in the something immediate that I say, oh yeah, we can maybe this channel could reach more people if it did this. But this is a kind of a chicken and egg situation.
Yeah, sure.
So
yeah, no, it's great.
maybe.
It's a great comment, and it's certainly something that we can aspire to if things were to grow. I do agree that we've talked about a number of things where even like with those early videos of me doing the oral history project with I mean, how fun would it be to cut all that together into one sort of documentary hour, 60, 90 minute, interview where you're hearing all of the different people that we talk to. So there's a lot of those things that would be great. And you're right. It just doesn't, until we are able to either hire someone or free up time to do that, it would be really, really difficult. I mean, Daniel puts hours and hours and hours into his editing of his now if I could get him to stop putting time into his interviews and editing, then maybe we can free up that time and get him to do some editing of our previous streams. Maybe you can take a break from interviewing people and do some editing, Dan.
Now I have an entire new YouTube channel to run.
No, I was trying to figure out a way to. Dang it! No. So, but yeah,
scheming.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, it's always good to hear your voice, MDQP. Thank you for that and your continued support throughout the year. And we look forward to hanging out with you more in 2024, man.
It was great for me as well. Once again, Happy New Year, guys. And,
Happy New Year,
care.
Yeah. All right. Well, if anybody else, I got some other folks on here. What's your take on all that, Daniel?
I read the chat in addition to listening to MDQP, and what we get from all of this is that we always try to figure out what people like, and since we're
Fair Nike tipped 20 pieces weight. A big thank you to you all for this amazing channel.
Back again.
Adventure and
so
FMV games might be a little niche, but it is very dear to our hearts.
Will you read to me what he wrote?
Yep. I'll read. Just a sec.
For some reason, I'm getting your voice twice, but as long as no one else is, that's okay.
Yep. We have a big thank you to you for this amazing channel. Adventure and FMV games might be a little niche, but it's very dear to our hearts. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to read some chat here.
So I was about to say that with people in the chat, you notice that each person in the chat and MDKP also had his preferences regarding the channel. We produce so much content, and we sometimes, it seems like we're we're just trying vastly different things in each one of these things that we produce, but it seems that there's an audience for each one of them. Because, for example, when MDQP was talking about the fact that we need to curate our live streams into something shorter and edited, because when people miss the live streams, then it's not that fun to watch them afterwards. Then someone said, and I agree, that Velvet Tea Cake said, I like having the video in the background as it's like hanging out. And I feel the same whenever I watch a Twitch live stream. You play it in the background, and it's just like background music. It's like white noise. So you listen to it from time to time, while edited content has less pauses and less breaks, and you have to focus more on the actual content. While live streams, whenever you're watching them either live or in the background, are there as background music of sorts.
Yeah, it's almost like people do talk a lot. I think a lot of people just listen to these and as sort of podcast like audio stuff. But
we have Johan. Johan.
Welcome
to the
hold on
stage.
just a second. Before he does, let me just read a couple of chats here. So hang tight for a second, Johan.
He's already on stage.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. All right, no problem. Yeah, that stuff. So yeah, people are interested in. We've heard a lot about Harvester. We've heard a lot about. Let's see, return. Okay, I'll get back to this, but I want to make sure. I did see somebody write. I would suggest playing the Dark Eye if you can get it to work. Says Ozzy. Oh, Dragoon wrote. Favorite moment for me was during Stanley Parable when Paul was recounting a book of a man dying the same day countless times, only for the narrator to comment on Stanley standing still for a long time. God, that game was so good, and that's a great book too. Rewind, repeat. I have to remember it. But cool. A few days ago, more game music rights. I was watching TV with the sitcom series Frasier and was surprised both Gabriel Knight and Carno from Tasmagora were in the same episode. Yeah, we talked about that. That's great. Okay, well, that's all for now. I'll keep it going. But hey, welcome, Johan. How are you, man?
Hey, Paul. Nice to hear you. And I'm doing fine. And Happy New Year to both you and Daniel.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man.
Happy New Year.
Thanks. Yeah. How's 2024 treating you so far?
So far, great. Looking forward for what's coming
Yeah,
in this year. I mean,
yeah, for sure. Where are you? Where's your home these days?
well, I'm actually currently in Macau working as a movie director and actor. So, of course, now I'm in Sweden visiting my parents, but late next month, I will go back to Macau and go back to work, basically.
That's great, man. That's great. I hope congratulations. It's hard to be doing that regularly at any time. So that's wonderful.
Thank you.
So what was your favorite? Any favorite moments that you had in 2023?
Oh yes, but I hard to choose. It's either the Ripper long play with Spoonie or the one with Tori when she played Phantasmagoria 1. It's hard to choose between them. I guess I picked both of them because I had a great time, especially when Spoonie. I kind of came back to Spoonie when he played the Ripper, and also when Tori when she played Phantasmagoria as herself. That was really cool to watch, actually. So.
Yeah, and it's so fun because it was the second time we'd played it, and she's just so on the ball. So we got through that in record time with her. She just has such a great. She's just so fun.
Yeah, it was really cool to watch that, and also for myself, who was just a little boy when I first played those games and saw you guys in those games. So I had to sneak and make sure my parents didn't watch me playing those games. So, but it's so cool to see you here now on YouTube. It's memories coming back.
For sure. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's been really fun to. That was a great stream, and being able to get Steve Bailey to come join us for one of those episodes, and then to get Tori and was it who was the gal's name that did the makeup?
Cindy.
Oh yeah, that was
Cindy,
really
yeah.
great.
Yeah, that was really fun. So yeah, we need to do more of those. I really do love it when we can get some of the creators of the games that we're playing. And that's another thing I'd like to do more of this year, is to invite, like, if Daniel and I can truly lock down, like, in advance the games that we want to play on certain dates, that gives us time to maybe reach out to some of the creators of those games. Daniel's certainly been able to get a hold of so many people and ask if they would actually like to sit in. And so to me, it would be really fun to play more games with the people who made them, you know?
Yeah, I would really love to see that.
Yeah, that sounds, so that's a goal for sure.
Yeah, great. I look forward to it, actually.
Yeah, cool. Anything you'd like to see more in 2024? Anything, any games or interviews or anything that you'd like to see happen?
Yeah, I like to figure out who's Elaine. sorry, I had to. No, but I really like to. I like to see more 90s FMV game long play, and if you
Did
reach
Daniel
out
pay
with them
you? Did Daniel pay you for this? Was this a
Yep. You and your
no,
new games,
no. He didn't pay me. No. Oh, by the way, when do I get my money, Daniel?
Exactly.
No, but sorry, I had to.
Well, first of all, 90s FMV games are always welcome, even though Paul insists on playing new games. 90s FMV games are always welcome, and the fact that so many people talked about the playthrough with Tori of Phantasmagoria 1 as their favorite of the year, even though last year, I mean in 2022, there was another playthrough of Tori playing Phantasmagoria 1, proves that even replays are interesting.
If Daniel had his way, we'd play Phantasmagoria 1 or 2 every other game. We'd play that, and then we'd play something else in the 90s, and then we go back to playing one of those again. By the end of 2024,
I would like to have that too. So I think I'm on Daniel's side there.
Oh my god, you people! You just want to watch. You can watch the same. My wife will. And my son's the same way. If they find a song that they like, they will just play that song over and over and over and over and over and over again. They're not interested in the album. They're not interested in the band. They don't want to know the over of whatever they've done. They want to just hear that song over again. And that's what you guys are with this game, is you'll watch this game, and by the end of 2024, maybe Tori and I will become so good that we can actually start doing speed runs of it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that would be cool.
I say that in complete and total like horror. I would hate this, and you guys are all like, yeah, that would be great. So maybe that's what we'll do in 2024, is just do nothing but play those games.
Mm-hmm.
No,
sounds like heaven to me.
No, my goodness, you guys. That's funny. Well, hey, it's great hearing your voice, and happy New Year, and good luck. What can you tell us briefly? What movie you're working on right now?
Oh, right now it's untitled, but Liliga, who is the producer who I work with, she has some kind of a drama story we're working on right now. Nice. I can't tell you more than that, but you can watch the other movies I did in the last years, which is if you follow something called Macau Movies, and then you can find movies like The Edge of Human, which was kind of like a Macau Blade Runner movie, Blade Runner short film, and then.
Definitely. Will you put the link on the Discord channel so people can see it?
Okay, cool, great, thanks. And in 2023, I did the Return to Earth, which is a sci-fi movie, which was in the BCT Benevento Festival in Italy, and we finished on 4th place of 15 feature films. So,
wow.
So you can watch. You can watch it, and you can also tell that it's kind of like have little inspiration from FMV's cutscenes, because I made them a little bit look like FMV style, even though it's not a game, but it's a movie. But Yeah, you
Nice.
can tell I have a
Awesome,
heart
man.
for cutscene from FMV, so you can see it
Cool.
there.
Awesome. Well, great talking to you, Johan. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon. Yeah.
See you soon, and thank you for having me. And have a happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year, buddy. All right. Okay, I'm
Take
gonna read a
care.
couple. Let's see.
So
Joe Talk is
I
thinking
think
about
I think that the interesting thing here is that people like the playthroughs in which you were at ease when where you were at ease. Yeah, because whenever if you review our playthroughs up to the point when I started live streaming through OBS, you were kind of stressed out about OBS running, and you were less focused about the game, and you were focused on OBS as well as the game. But both with Phantasmagoria 1 and with Reaper, you weren't actually playing. So you were there commenting on... I played Reaper, and in Phantasmagoria, Tori played Phantasmagoria. And you are there providing interesting commentary without worrying about anything, because when you're actually playing, then you, like you said, worry that the audience may be bored if things take too long. But if someone else is playing, then you don't have that pressure, and you can focus on commenting and giving interesting tidbits about what we're seeing on screen.
Yeah, I think there's something to that. I really, I will say that, and I judge myself pretty harshly for the most part, and that's why I rarely will watch. I don't watch any of the streams that we've done, and so. But I will say that with, imagine most of you guys watched the Game Grumps episode with Tori and I on their playing their, spending an hour and a half playing Phantas 2, and because Dan was in charge, running the whole thing, and I was just sort of sitting back watching them play the game for the first time and kind of getting a sense of how they were interacting. I felt I was in a sweet spot of being able to comment in the realm, in the way that felt appropriate. And so that was so yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think that when I am relaxed and I'm enjoying the company of the people and how they're doing it, it's easier for me to be a little bit more add commentary and such. That makes sense. So yeah, I think that's, doesn't mean I don't want to play games or be in charge, because it's fun to do that too. But yeah.
But for example, you have the solo streams in which you're playing the game and that's the main focus. But it seems like it's a pattern with all of the people who chose their favorite things from 2023. It was always the dynamic in which there was someone playing the game and you were commenting on the game.
Yeah, good call. Interesting. All right, I'm going to read a couple more chats, and then if people aren't raising their hands right now, then I'm going to want to get off of Discord, Daniel, because I'm hearing you twice, and it's
Contra is raising his hand.
Oh, cool. We'll get him here. Before we bring him in, I want to read a couple of comments.
You talk about the rats in the server room.
That's right. His is awesome. I like having Velvet Tea Cake wrote, I like having the video in the background as it's like hanging out. I can't always make the live stream, so I like watching the videos on demand. My favorite stream, Joe Robertson wrote, was the listening party with Robert Holmes. That was a really cool one. Yeah, that was really great. Good. Thanks for bringing that one up again. Bevan Red said she can't keep up with all the stuff. I can barely keep up with it myself. Sick and wrong. By the way, yeah, people are talking about just listening to it sometimes, and it just works out like a nice podcast. Daniel, question for you. Is it difficult or a lot of work to add chapters to the interviews so it's easy to find a specific question?
No, it's not that difficult, but since I'm interviewing people every week, then I'm releasing a new interview every week, then I need to divide my time between, adding chapters to existing interviews or releasing a new interview, and releasing a new interview always has the higher priority. So I may take a 1 month break in 2024 in which I'll just release the entire backlog that I have, and then I'll also add chapters to the existing interviews.
Yeah, Daniel's gotten. I gotta tell you, I've lost him. He's completely. He
lost him. I'm handling so
everything.
much, and
I know.
And we're
but
not losing.
It used to be all about me, and now you've divided your time between your thing and me, and I don't know if I like that or not.
Well, it's still about you, but you sometimes disappear for weeks.
I know,
on
and
end.
I'm about to disappear. Yeah, I'm about to disappear quite a bit. Just so you all know, January and February especially are going to be. I'm going to be on the road an awful lot. I got a bunch of tours, letters aloud, and a little bit of stuff with my other work. So we will definitely have streams where I'll be there, but it's going to be not so much the next couple months. But Daniel will have stuff for you, and I've got some. We're trying to record some things that we'll have.
See, that's no way to start a year.
Wait, hold on. I want to get some more. Then you and I are done talking. We have Contra, and I want to read a couple of comments. Content now, it's hard to pick a favorite. I had also Doll Paradise says they like the long videos. People love the Ripper. People want to just play 1 and 2 and Gabriel Knight all the time. Isaac cosplay is on your side. Tori growing in confidence on the channel has been amazing to see. Absolutely. Let's see. Bright said Brett, imagine Paul being tortured listening to the Spice Girls every day. All right. That's all I got. Paul and Tori might be like playing Lost Case of Sherlock Holmes, The Rose Tattoo. It's live action actors. Is that the one you're talking about, Daniel?
I think it's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Ozzy, it'll be fine if you guys pull out a walkthrough or ask a chat, Prince. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, let's bring in Contra. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Let's bring Contra to the stage. Hi, Contra.
What's
Hello,
up?
guys. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you? How are the birds?
One's currently sitting on my head, so quite good, I would think. The other one's in the cage right now, but one of them's kind of riding on top of the old skull there.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, that's a perfect place for the first day of the year.
Yeah. Well, first off, Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you.
And I have an interesting question for you about the new year. So here we are. I think we're 2-3 years into this, right? Did you guys ever expect that you would? There you go. Right? Did you expect that you would have the reach that you have currently? Because one, it's really good what you guys have so far. But two, you're starting to hit creators that are extremely popular, right? So it was great to see the growth from kind of this oral history of Phantas 2 all the way straight to like Game Grumps, right? This is a line I didn't see being crossed. So how do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there's a line that needs to be I have to be aware of, and the line is once you get to a certain place, you're always thinking about, oh, okay, well, so with Game Grumps, it's like, and also like when we reached out to Spoonie and we get these iconic figures that will join us, and then those particular videos get triple, quadruple of the amount of views that most of our things do, and that kind of gives us a little bit of a bump in viewers or people subscribing, and which is great. And then you think, oh, okay, how do I capitalize on that, or how do we continue to grow? And right. So the part of me that just loves to build upon whatever I've been working on, which is sort of the way I've always, in all aspects of my career. I go down that road. And then but if you're so stuck in that road, you forget to think how far you've come in such a small period of time. So you really do have to step back, and you also have to go, well, what's the end game here? We're having fun, and it seems like people are enjoying. We have people who've been with us for a long time. We're meeting these new people in these realms, and they seem really cool. So I don't know. I'm trying to find the right balance between just enjoying the ride and seeing what we can do with the momentum that we have. And I get a little bit, it gets a little confusing sometimes trying to balance those two, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you really think about it, right, Paul? At this point, looking at the reach of Game Grumps and people like that, for example, these are famous people, right? So
yeah,
you've gone from taking an adventure game that you were in however many years ago, right, to basically interacting with famous people now, right?
Don't downplay Phantasmagoria too.
Yeah, and the funny thing is though is that and I think this is a blessing, more of a blessing than a curse. But like I don't know this is a I had never heard of Game Grumps before. I had no real clue the how big these guys are. I mean, they do tours and they go into cities and they will fill out huge theaters of 4,000 or 5,000 people, and so yeah, it's an interesting thing when you're not, when I'm not that up on this world, and so hearing these names are just names to me, and so the cool thing about that is that there's no starstruckness on my part. I'm just meeting interesting people, and just so happens they have 6 million viewers, so.
Which segues into my next comment. Having that kind of perspective, right, I think is what makes your interview format so strong, is that you don't have the stars in your eyes for these people. They have the stars in their eyes for you from that game from 20 years ago.
I think I agree with the first part of that right? phrase. I'm not sure I agree with the second
Well, they
part.
wouldn't be doing your interviews if they didn't, right? Let's be fair.
Well, I think, I mean, the joke contra is that I'd say, honestly, 80% of the people I've interviewed, the first question I ask everybody is if they ever played the game, and they almost all say no. They've heard of it, they knew of it, but they've never played it, and that's always very funny.
Well, I mean, most of the people you were interviewed were involved with different kind of different portions of it, right? Like either the acting or the production or what have you. But
those
you
are
got to remember someone like Dan or someone like Noah, right? They're gamers. Those are the people that you're trying to reach, right? And you're definitely reaching them. They're just older now. They're more creative and they have their own outlets, right? So, with that being said, what do you guys think about taking this interview format and perhaps expanding upon that, right? Maybe seeing if you can find other creators that are maybe outside your space a little bit or outside the comfort zone, right? And or more modern game game projects that you would then interview, right? I know that you've done that a lot with adventure games, but this format probably could be applied to other very popular projects. Like, for example, if you could get an interview with someone like Toby Fox, right, of Undertale, or these other eclectic kind of games that have I want to say like underground fan bases, kind of like what Phantas had, right? And put a spotlight on those people if you can try and reach out to some of them now that you have the Game Grumps cred and and the Noah Antwire cred and stuff like that, right?
Right. I think the thing is that Daniel and I've talked, because he's been at some point he kept he was saying, you really should talk to this person and you should talk to this person. And then that's when I finally said to Daniel, you should talk to them because you know them, you know their work. And this is something that you are a huge fan. And so this is how Tech Talk with Daniel kind of took off. And the thing is that it's very difficult for me to talk to somebody that I know nothing about, that I'm going in cold or I'm just doing a quick little Google about what they do. But I'm finding that as I'm playing more games, and like for now, like I would love to talk to anybody who was involved in the Stanley Parable because I love that game.
Yes.
Because now I have an experience with it. So I hear what you're saying. I just need to build up more of a sense of, and I love this idea of like promoting people who are creating games that are in this realm and maybe interviewing them and all that. But I just need to make sure that I have some sort of a personal stake in what they're doing, even having played it or whatever. So I just need to be, it's just a matter of.
Well, let me put this out there, right? Let me ask you a question, Paul. Do you think all of the great interviewers from the past, right, like, or even broadcast people from the past, like say like a Walter Cronkite or something like that, right? they probably didn't ever have that crazy amount of background or full depth of knowledge on a topic before they kind of hit the stage and did their thing, right? So I think that if you put yourself in the headspace of you're the interviewer actor that's going to look at, this body of work and then try to deliver what the fans want to hear, you could separate yourself from that that kind of like anxiety of like, oh, I don't know enough, I'm not a gamer, da da da. That kind of stuff I don't think matters to too many people. I mean, you could ask your audience for a curated list of questions for someone like, for example, I'm just going to use Toby Fox because he's in my brain for some reason. Someone like that, and you're really just facilitating that rather than being having to be the audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that kind of throws. I'm with you, and we've. I think we're on the right. We're thinking the same thing because Daniel and I did talk recently, and we've talked about my desire to wanting to do more interviews, and his sort of like, well, how can I help you do that, and who are the people that we want to reach out to? I'm okay with interviewing people that I don't know their body of work. I'm okay doing, some, the right amount of research to be able to have a conversation because I just want to get to know the people as people more than I do. And then, of course, we've always whenever we do interview someone, we let people know and have questions that we will ask from from our Discord channel and Patreon and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd love to do more of that. My hope is to do more of that in the future. And people have talked about, do I continue to reach out to these YouTube influencers? And I definitely want to talk to Aaron now that I talked to Dan at Game Grumps. It just makes sense, and I think he's open to doing that. People have talked about pushing up Roses quite a bit, and I just want to backtrack on that for anybody who mentioned that. I've reached out to her a couple times, and she, I don't know. I've just seen that she's had quite a bit of mental health issues, and so I've gotten the sense that she's not particularly in a place where she can sit down and just relax and have a conversation. I'll be happy to reach out to her again, but yeah, I'd love to broaden that. But again, it's just until this becomes. Until I'm not juggling all the other things, it just becomes like, what can we, we're just trying to get get a live stream going. And so, but I hear you. Thank you for that.
I think honestly, you now have the two of the biggest contacts that you can get, because I'm sure that Aaron and Dan can connect you to, some of these game creators and things like that. Right. Or exactly. Right. So, I think you hit a golden opportunity here, and the sky's the limit at this point, right? So
that's good, and I do think I could, without going to the well too often, I think I could reach out to Dan at this point and say, "Hey, could you get me in touch with these two people or whatever?" We have to decide what those folks are. Yeah. That's I really appreciate that, because what you've already just answered my second question, which was. What do you want to see us be doing more in 2024? But anything that happened this past year that you got a kick out of?
Yeah, so I think my favorite content personally, I love the interview with Dan, and the reason for that is because when Game Grumps first began, I was more of a fan of it back then because JonTron was on it, and I actually like JonTron better than most of the stuff on there, because when I look at Dan, I actually like Dan's music better than I like Game Grumps. So you're aware of Dan's music, right?
Yeah.
So I've been a fan of his music ever since before they kind of became part of Game Grumps, I guess you'd call it. But I like JonTron's personality a whole lot better in the way that he makes his content, right? And another person, if you could get, probably would be amazing, right? But he kind of has more content that's suited towards my taste in terms of like a mid to long format, like breakdown with skits. Like his is more theatric, right? It's very more like a stage production kind of thing about his reviews, right?
Nice.
Whereas Aaron's energy is a bit chaotic for me, so I find with the Game Grumps thing, Dan is kind of just like along for the ride, if you know what I mean. And that content doesn't appeal to me as much. So I love that interview, and I love that you could get him by himself without the influence there and just hear him talk, because that really hasn't been done very much, right?
That's great to hear. And I've got, watching seeing some of the chat and the comments, and again, not knowing that much of their body of work at all. I didn't know any of that, but I'm hearing a lot of people say, "Oh, it's so nice to hear Dan just sort of, let loose and relax and talk about his stuff." And then even in the game, I don't know, I just know what their personality was in that room, and they were both.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron was hilarious. He was really funny, but people were saying, "Oh, he really was toning back his personality. You could tell he
Oh, he
wasn't
sure
being."
was.
But
Yeah.
I don't know what that personality is that he is doing. All I know is I really enjoyed, and so that's why I'm really excited to talk to him because I imagine I'm going to get a very interesting interview out of him because, um,
Yeah, he was being
just
very
because.
respectful for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, just interesting how that all works out.
Yeah, as
Well,
far
hey,
as
man,
the
it's
new
always
year goes.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as far as the new year, one thing, my guilty pleasure, I heard you guys were talking to Noah about this, was doing a D&D session. I think that would be absolutely hilarious with the three of you and Noah, right?
I love the idea. He seemed open to it. I think that might be the
Mhm.
thing that we reach out to him about because I've
Yeah.
never played it. Daniel, have you ever played D&D? Have you ever done any kind of
Nope.
D&D-ing? I don't
I
know
haven't.
if I want to play a character or walk around. I don't know. I don't know anything. So if I have to talk with a silly accent or something, that might not be the thing for me. But
Oh, you definitely
but
don't have
we'll.
to.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think it would be a fun thing to try, and we should certainly.
Yeah, because it's like it's really like improvisational kind of theater kind of stuff, right? Your first couple games, you probably won't go into like a crazy character, right? But
Mhm.
because I've been playing D&D for a very, very long time, right? And I can tell you that those really crazy popular D&D shows like Critical Role and things like that have a bunch of voice actors on it and whatnot. That's not what a typical D&D game looks like. He's kind of doing a whole narrative on that, right? And they have a bunch of professional voice actors doing stuff.
Right.
Usually what it is kind of like a shared what we call theater of the mind, right? Where there's a space where you're all kind of just acting out a character in this like medieval fantasy world, right? And it doesn't have to have a crazy voice or anything like that, but you get used to it, and kind of when you get into it, that's when the acting gene starts coming out. You know what I mean? So
Oh, that's funny. Well, I
yep.
I definitely want something to highlight Noah's passions and love for things. So it could be that, or but yeah,
Mhm.
thanks. We'll put that in the hopper and see how it goes.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right.
It was
Well,
good catching up with you guys. So
you too, bud. Yeah, have a great hope we
Happy New
hope we see you
Year.
again soon. Yeah. Yeah. Happy New Year, bud.
yeah, happy New Year to both of you, and good luck with the content. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, bud. Take care.
All right, bye.
All right, Daniel, let's get off the Zoom thing or the Discord thing. We can
Okay.
stop this for now. I'm going to get off.
Leave the stage. Okay. Now, unmute yourself on Zoom. Unmute yourself on Zoom. Yep.
Okay, now I'm here. I'm back again, right?
Awesome.
Okay, so we are down to about 15 minutes where we gotta go. So we'll not get to Among Us today. That was a very ambitious idea, but I think was it Schwex or Zen Solipsis that was dying for us to play this game. I think it's Schwex. We will have a Among Us sometime early in this new year. I unloaded it or I uploaded it, so it's on my computer. So we got to play it. But I'm wondering if Daniel, you and I should just end today's stream with a best of 3 Adams Family
Let's do
showdown.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this.
Okay, you want to start?
No, I want you to start.
Oh, come on.
And I'll read some. I can start. I'm up. I mean, I have it's all up. If you need to, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to change this. There's this. Okay, there I am. Holy cow, I'm nervous. All right, here we go. Can you guys share audio on Zoom? Okay, gosh. Do. Share advanced computer audio. Okay. Tell me if you can hear anything. You can hear it? Okay, wait, this is too confusing. I need to put... I know. I'm just trying to get... I need to get rid of zoom here because it's in the way of the game. I can't see the game twice. I need to not be... Oh, it's too much. All right, I need to concentrate is what I need to do. Let's see. I'll just do that. Okay. Okay, no distracting. No distracting while the other one's playing. Here we go. Is it all, can you see everything? Can you hear everything?
Look, everyone, we have
Okay, here we go. It's gonna go straight down the chute, I can tell you. Hey, what's your goal? Do you try to do the perfect shot every time, or what's your goal with the first shot? Yeah, me too. Boom. Ooh.
Gomez.
Oh my God. Oh, see, that is what kills you. That's the one. I want to start over so bad right now, but I'm not going to because that's not. Oh, you're kidding me. Do you use the tilt at all? Or the... Daniel, you there? Yeah. Yeah. See, this is a... Wait a second, what? Where'd it go?
For a second, people can't hear me.
Oh, good. Hey, the ball went away. It disappeared.
Now they can.
Look at this. Do you see this? The ball's nowhere to be found. It went... Oh my gosh, this has never happened before.
Click the space bar.
The space bar?
What the hell?
I gotta start over. All right. Have you had it happen?
No, you don't have to start a resume game. You're good.
What do you mean resume game?
Resume game.
The ball's nowhere to be. The ball's stuck. It's tilted. I have to start over. Now I can't even. There we go. I'm gonna start over. Weird. Have you had it happen where if the ball doesn't... Can you see my cursor? You guys, can you see my cursor at all? Okay. If the ball goes like this and then comes right back, sometimes it doesn't realize and you can't get it to go again. Have you had that happen to you?
No. What's wrong with your version of the game?
I don't know. There's some things wrong with my computer I need you to talk about. My computer won't sleep anymore.
Okay.
So there must be something.
It's better this way.
What's better this way?
Not putting your computer to sleep.
All right. If I go full screen, does that screw anything up on your... Is everything still...
No, still fine.
Okay, good. Here we go.
Looks better.
Oh, I hate it when it does that.
Old man.
Gomez.
I turned all the music off. Oh, God. Oh, God. No! Oh, that's not good. It's so quiet.
Old man.
Oh, come on. Ooh. Oh. All right. That happened sooner than... Is Mamushka your favorite?
Mamushka is my favorite. I don't like multi-ball because I always lose the first two balls in the first 2 seconds.
Me too. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Good thinking.
Oh, so close.
Gomez.
Oh. Oh, come on.
By the way, because of the conversations with Curtis Title, when you played pinball, when you played solo pinball, in your live stream, then people can see the score.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even now it covers the score.
Well, I'll turn it off in a second. I'm in the middle of playing my game. There we go. Oh, come on.
Oh, and since Ozzy Astaroth is talking about the magnets, I hate the magnets.
I hate the magnets. Oh. Ooh, got that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, do you do this? This is my new thing. You never know where the balls are going to come from. It's usually all three from one spot, or... There we go. Oh, every time. Oh, every freaking dickin' time. Okay, well, there's that. 9 million. That's horrible. All right, beat that. Beat that, Balboo.
Wait, are we playing 3 rounds?
Let's play best of... I don't know. I shouldn't play. Why don't you play now? You play, I play. It's already 12:50. We're not going to get enough.
Okay.
So what do I need to do? I need
to go back to your...
Back to my thing. Where is it?
Activate the green screen.
There we go.
Awesome. Let me start the game.
Come on. Good luck. But not really. Hey, we have a bunch of people. We've averaged 55, 60 people on this stream today. So thank you all so much for being here. And any of you that are new or new-ish, we'd love you to subscribe or just even like this. You know, just hit the like button right now. Anything you guys can do to help, help broadcast this channel would be super helpful. So hit a like, hit a subscribe, and thank you in advance. And go Daniel. I want you to get better than the crappy 9 million I just got.
Wait, I need to exit the Star Trek table.
Yeah, I can't hear your thing. You have to share sound again.
I'll share sound.
Oh no, my OBS. You want me to turn the... Do this really quick. Oh, okay, I'll go back to... All right, there we go.
See, I have the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, we don't have... Actually, this is probably just... In fact, I don't want you to do better than 9 million because I don't know if we're going to be able to get another game in. I want to see your style. You probably have something going on that I don't know.
Wait. You want to see my style?
Well, I want to see the way you do it.
Well, you'll learn all my secrets in a sec.
Yeah.
Just turn down the volume. Okay, this is better.
Oh, you're using the animations?
I am.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why do you use the animations? Oh, look at you! Oh, man. You got those. Haha! You are using the tilt thing. Do you use the space bar to do it?
No, I use the left and right tilt.
What fingers do you use then?
Well, I'm not gonna disclose this. I changed the keyboard configuration so that
jerk. You jerk. So 3 million. How come you got 3 million for that? I only get 2 million for mine.
Because that's the second time I'm doing this.
Oh, you did it twice? Do you consistently get that? Let's see. Does he get it again? Look at you. You have a system. You have a system. I can't do that consistently. What's the system to get it in there every time? Is it a certain amount of time? A 1, 2, 3?
Maybe.
Oh, you jerk. You have this, you know. See, this is, I'm playing the game just like you would play a game. You're playing it because you know how to manipulate. Look at that. You totally cheat. He is a total cheater. He cheats. Oh, that's hilarious.
Now I've done it.
All right, how do you handle the 3 balls? See, your support copy is right in the way of your bumpers. That's not fun to look at. Yeah, you do that too. Aha, we learned the same thing. Oh, you got stuff, yeah, okay. Oh! Oh!
Wait, which ball is this?
I want to play again so bad with you.
26 million.
Yeah, you're fine. Why do you do the animations? Why do you like the animations?
Because I'm younger.
No, I don't think that's a young thing. Tell me. I want to know in the chat. I want the youngest person in the chat to tell me if they prefer which one they like better. Ooh, that was it, huh? All right, not bad. Do I have time? All right. All right, okay, I got to see if I can beat your score, which I won't, but I want to at least
34 million.
That's good. That's not bad for a... All right. And then we're going to play, and then we got to go. I mean, literally, as soon as... I don't think I'm going to get through this. All right, please. My turn.
Yeah, just a sec. Let me switch.
Here we go.
Okay. Let me turn off the music. Okay. Just
right. Do this quick.
Okay.
Again. All right.
You need to share sound.
Oh, right. Okay. I gotta hurry up and do this. I can't. I don't have time. Let's see. Where are we, Sam? Share screen. Starting. Yeah, that's all right. Computer audio. Share. All right. Here we go. Is it all working? Is it all working? You hear it and see it?
Yeah.
What do you guys like the better? I mean, how can you not like this part? This looks so much better. And what's the thing? What do you do to get the thing every time?
Go, man.
Oh, come on. I get to start over. I'm obsessed, you guys. You can tell, but I'm not. Okay, well, how do you hold it back?
Someone in the comments, in the comment section of our previous pinball live stream said that we can disable the ball trails, and I disabled them because they are distracting. I don't mind the animations.
How do I get rid of it? Do I have the ball trails too?
Yeah. Go to the settings.
All right. Oh gosh, that's ridiculous.
Go to the settings. And then you have the gameplay.
Yeah.
And then you have ball trails right there in the middle.
Thank God.
So remove them.
Great.
And this is quite annoying.
All right. All right, good. Now, how far back do you have to bring it? Oh, you figured something out. Oh.
Count to 5 and then count back to 3. And then multiply it by 2.
You're lying. Oh, okay. Well, this isn't going to be my day. All right. This is probably for the best because I got to be out of here. See if I get one good ball. Oh, it's going right down. Okay. Well, not my day. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, guys. This was a fun way to start our... let me switch my thing here. Where am I? All right. Where am I? There I am. Well, Daniel, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you for another year doing this. I can't thank you enough for all that you do for this channel. It truly is. It is. You are the heart and soul of this thing, and I can't.
Aussie
I could
Astaroth
never do this
tipped
without you.
$10,
To the
my
degree that we
first
are. So thank you
donation
for
of the
everything.
new year.
Even
I've really enjoyed my first year of CWC and look forward to many more. I'm also open to ideas for new 3D creations if you have any. Smile.
Oh yeah. Oz, you do such great stuff, and it's a pleasure having you too in our group, and
That's me,
been great.
Curtis Craig.
Happy New
Well, that's
Year,
cool.
gentlemen. Here from the Phantasmagoria 2 aka Email Simulator playthrough with the Grumps, you and Tori were hilarious.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much, Punch Waterfall. Yeah, that was a very special moment, and we're just glad that it brought people like you to our channel, and hope you stick around and check out some of our content and join us for more of our live streams. They're a lot of fun. We'll be back, I think, maybe on Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. Wednesday, and I'm not going away. I'll talk to Daniel, but I think we might be able to get a couple streams in this week. Thanks everyone. Happy New Year. It's been a joy, and we look forward to more. And have a great rest of your day. I don't know, what else do we say? How do we get out of here?
Well, we can thank everyone for being such a wonderful people and such a great community, and thank them for sticking around for another year.
Yeah,
because we don't take it for granted.
We don't. And as Contra said earlier, it's like it has been quite a ride, and we really have grown quite a bit, considering what this just was never meant to be anything other than a very short project that was going to end, and then it didn't end, and it's grown, and it's been really fun. So it's all extra. It's all, what was it like? It's the extras. It's more than we expected. So it's good. I'm dumb. I'm tired of I'm stammering too much. So I'm gonna get out of here and get outside and go hang out with my family. Have a good one, guys. Have a good one, Daniel. And I'll see you all soon.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Who's Elaine?